Andrew Berry also addressed what factors led them to Todd Monken as the correct choice in their mind.
We're coming out of 2025. We have the 8th youngest defense in terms of experience, a group that's very complete at all 3 levels and that we feel really good about. On the offensive side of the ball, we looked and we felt like we had a number of young, pillar cornerstone pieces, but we envision a world where that side of the ball is going to have pretty significant turnover over the next several months. And then from a resource standpoint, we looked at the team and said we're flush with draft resources entering this offseason, as well as the appropriate amount of flexibility from a financial perspective. So as we looked at everything and we thought about what we needed from our head coach, particularly in this phase, the first thing we actually looked at is we wanted someone who could lead, develop, and grow a young team. Because quite frankly, we're probably going to be, if not the youngest, one of the youngest teams in football in 2026. The second thing that we wanted, certainly in the short term, was a coach, didn't matter the background, that had a very strong and adaptable offensive plan, given the amount of turnover we're going to have on that side of the ball, both in terms of personnel, scheme, you name it.
So when I listen to that, don't expect big name free agents. They're going to have to sign some free agents, but they're not going to be big name free agents.
No, I think they want to build through the draft, and even Todd Monken echoed the same thing, talking about building from the ground up, which was another hint about this. But yeah, it makes sense. I mean, they just did this the last offseason. We all wanted more offense, and the Browns invested on the defensive side. But in doing so, that group got much younger. So they got replaced Jordan Hicks with Carson Schwessinger. They replaced some of the defensive tackle in particular, with Mason Graham, and added to that side. So that group got significantly younger, and they're going to do the same thing on the offensive side of the ball, which makes a ton of sense for where this team is. And the big thing the Browns want, as much as anything, is to be sustainable. They don't want to sign guys who are going to be here basically a year. That doesn't mean they won't necessarily have a few of those guys, but they want guys with a future as opposed to a past.